Let's use 1 kilo weights for a short arm weight series. First, let's warm up the shoulders. So to start, arms go up, then out to the side and down. When they go up, they're in your peripheral vision, so you don't want them to just go behind your head. So let's carry on. Big circle, so take the whole space up, out to the side and down. As you do so, be mindful of what happens in your torso. You don't want the upper back to extend back as the arms go up. Perhaps an out breath might be good for that. So for example, you breathe in here and breathe out as the arms go up and out to the side and down. Play with the breath, just make sure you keep breathing, and here you just want to keep the torso stable. It's going to be the same on the mat. Let's do one more this way. And then reverse. Out to the side, the palms face forward, up, palms face one another, and then down. So let's keep going this way. And let's do 5 more. Take the whole space to the side. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now both arms go up, then elbows out to the side, and then rotate in so the palms face down, and then forward. Shall we do that again? Up, out to the side, rotate in, forward. Up, out to the side, rotate in, forward. One more. Up, out to the side, rotate in. When I rotate in, it's my shoulder joint in here that rotates in and out. Okay, so you can even play with that. That's just a nice warm up. And one more. And then a big circle. Shoulder rolls here. So when you do shoulder rolls, you want to make sure that your scapula is moving up and down your back. So just use all the movements available in your shoulder blades. Just go up and down and around. Just move it. And with the breath, it's really important to keep breathing as you move your shoulders and shoulder blades. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Great. Now let's go down on the mat and take our weights. So gently here, sitting on your sit bones, arm forward, breath in and breathe out, roll down to the mat very carefully. And then if you use a little pillow behind your head, just please use one. For now, just bend your knees, and I've got my feet and knees hip width apart. Then I'm going to make sure here I've got my ribcage on the mat. Then you just breathe in, reach both arm weights towards your ceiling. You can wiggle a little bit here, and out, shoulder blades down. Let's do 3 more like this. Up and down. So my shoulder blades glide up and spread out. So just take all the space on your mat as you replace them down. So you want to sense the mobility of the shoulder blades on the mat here. And let's do 2 more. Breathe in, reach towards the ceiling, breathe out, down. And breathe in, reach towards the ceiling, breathe out, down. Once you feel your rib cage down on the mat and your shoulder blades, you're going to try to keep it there as you reach one arm behind you and one forward towards your hip. And here you're going to hold the weight. So by that I mean you're not going to touch the floor. You're going to control that movement. So one arm forward, one arm back. And keep breathing into your rib cage. So as you breathe, sense your rib cage on your mat whilst the arms are moving forward and back. And let's do 3 more. 1, keep breathing, and 2, and 3. Then both arms towards the ceiling. Here, palms face one another. Slightly bend your elbows so my knuckles are facing one another like this. And from here, I'm just going to move at the shoulder joint. So I'm going to open my arms out and then bring them back to the start. So let's do 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Then I'm going to do some puppet arms. So I keep my elbows slightly bent, my shoulder blades on the mat and my rib cage as well. One arm reach back and one arm reach forward towards my hip. So it's just a little movement like this. I'm just controlling that movement. And I don't want my rib cage to lift off the mat. And I keep breathing. So let's carry on. And 5, especially as the weight goes back behind you, you want to resist that movement. And 3, keep breathing, and 2, and 1. Good. Then both arms towards the ceiling here. So here I'm going to do my little windmill arms, the movement we did at the start. So one arm back, one arm forward, then both arms out to the side, my palms face the ceiling, and then return one arm towards the hip, one arm towards the head, and then back towards the ceiling. Let's go again. So it's a bit of coordination here as well. So arms the opposite direction, one towards the hip, one towards the head. And then both arms out to the side. And then I bring both arms towards my body. And both towards the ceiling. Shall we do that twice more? So arm back, arm forward. Both arms out to the side. Both arms towards the body. Both arms towards the ceiling. Let's breathe and do one more. Breathe into the rib cage. As you breathe out, both arms in opposite direction. Out to the side and opposite direction again. And back towards the ceiling. Good. Let's do some windows here. So here my palms are going to face forward. Then I take a good breath into my rib cage. As I breathe out, both elbows go out to the side. Then be careful here, my arms rotate out, so it's my humerus in my shoulders that rotate out, which means my palms and my forearms face my ceiling. Here I'm being very careful. As I lengthen my arms back behind me, I have my rib cage on the mat. 1 kilo becomes really heavy, and I bring both arms back towards the ceiling. Shall we do that again? So elbows out to the side, a good breath into the rib cage. Then I rotate out. It might be enough here to just play rotating out and in. If I feel all right here, I lengthen my arms back behind me. Can I keep my rib cage on the mat? It's very challenging. And then return my arms towards the ceiling. Let's do one more. Elbows out to the side, rotate, lengthen, and back up. Okay, let's do one more. Elbows out to the side, rotate, lengthen, and back up. Of course, you can always do that without the weights, okay? So now from here, I'm going to put one weight down, and I'm going to place the back of my hand on the back of my arm, with my arm holding the weights. And from here, I'm going to turn my palm facing in. And then I'm going to direct my fist towards my shoulder. So little tricep work here. It's very nice with 1 kilo. You could increase the weight if you feel comfortable here. And you just breathe in and out. You lengthen the arm and then you bend. My hand here against the back of my arm helps me to keep stable. So here as I do this, my little tricep work, My elbow here points towards the ceiling. And let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. Then change weight. So you take the weight with the other hand. You can shake the hand that had the weight. Give it a little bit of a rest. Then let's do the other way. So the back of my hand is against the back of my arm. And as I direct my fist towards my shoulder, my elbow points towards the ceiling. And I keep going. And during this movement, I just keep breathing in and out, paying attention also to my rib cage. I don't want it to lift off the mat. I breathe in and out. So here, just as my fist goes towards my shoulder, resist the movement. You don't want gravity to just take over, you resist. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And then put the weights down. Then here, just rub your hands, shake your fist, and take a little rest. So that's a little series on the floor. Thank you.